Stop! Before you swallow those little pills just so you can get a little relief, there's something you absolutely must hear. That pain you're in, that throbbing in your joints, that swelling around an injury, that aching that just never seems to go away is most likely caused by one very simple and yet very deadly condition. And that bottle of Advil, Aleve, or other NSAIDs you're swallowing several times a day is not only inadequate to bring you true and lasting relief, it's also doing tremendous damage to your liver. Today, in this special video, I'm going to share some vital news with you. Information about your chronic pain and long-term health that's so critical, I urge you to put aside all distractions for the next few minutes and to sit down, because some of what I'm going to reveal to you will no doubt shock you. There is a silent killer, and it's already struck over 125 million Americans. A syndrome so insidious that at first you barely notice it, yet left unchecked has been proven to lead to very serious and even life-threatening diseases. This problem is so common that you probably deal with it yourself. The root cause of most chronic pain and, even more surprisingly, major health conditions is something so seemingly innocuous. But don't be fooled. I'm talking about chronic inflammation, and by the end of this video, you're going to see just how dangerous it is, how little a medical establishment cares about curing it, and how easy it is for you to do so yourself. Hi, I'm Peter Tower, a certified physical therapist and massage therapist. I've worked with thousands of patients over my 20-year career, and it wasn't until a personal and traumatic event just a short year ago that I really came to understand the true destructive power of inflammation, as well as discovered that an ancient and even common element could literally do wonders for pain sufferers, as well as those with more serious medical conditions. And I'm going to share this miracle with you today. But before I get into that though, let me explain a little about exactly what inflammation is and how serious it can be. Of course, you know about temporary inflammation. This usually happens after a minor injury, and there are 5 easy symptoms that indicate it: pain, heat, redness, swelling, loss of function. You've seen it many times, I'm sure. You cut yourself or sprain something and the area begins to redden, swell, and grow tender. This is a natural and necessary healing process. The blood vessels in the area dilate to allow chemicals and white blood cells to do their job in attacking bacteria and clotting. After a while, the inflammation goes away as the wound heals. This is perfectly normal and a healthy function of your body. Yet, like many things, inflammation has a darker side too. You see, there are 2 kinds of inflammation: the kind that helps heal a wound and then goes away, and chronic inflammation, which continues and has been proven to be the root cause of most chronic pain, as well as a large number of life-altering and life-threatening diseases that include arthritis, asthma, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, hepatitis, IBD, irritable bowel disease, neural diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and epilepsy, skin conditions like psoriasis. And do you know the worst part? The worst part is that the inflammation that contributes to these conditions isn't always noticeable. It isn't like the kind that happens when you twist your ankle or get a splinter. Chronic inflammation is much harder to spot, and that's what makes it so deadly. Chronic inflammation hides itself, yet there are a few signals you can use to determine if this is a problem you should address or even take steps to prevent altogether. Here are a few things that indicate whether or not you may have ongoing inflammation in your body. Strange and frequent pains in your body. Always being tired, even after a good night's rest. Depression, anxiety, and mood disorders. Gastrointestinal complications like constipation, diarrhea, and acid reflux. Strange weight gain or even weight loss. Regularly being sick, no matter what time of year it is. If you're like most normal people, you probably have or have experienced at least one of these symptoms. In today's world where job and life stress is so common, we're all at greater risk, frankly. So what do? How do you fight inflammation? Sadly, most people turn to Big Pharma for their relief. They pop an Advil or an Aleve or any number of NSAIDs, which stands for non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, and I'm sorry to say, but these pills aren't the answer. In fact, they may be making you sicker. But does the medical establishment care? Well, I'll let you decide that for yourself. What makes the medical industry more money? Curing your problems quickly and affordably, or providing expensive drugs, costly doctor visits, and astronomical and invasive surgeries? With insurance costs rising as much as 53% over the past 5 years, and over 125 million people in the U.S. alone suffering from chronic inflammation, I think the answer is obvious and should make you mad. Just look at NSAIDs alone: Advil, Aleve, and aspirin. The FDA has warned that these pills increase the risk of heart disease, and the Mayo Clinic claims that these pills are the leading cause of liver disease. Why? Because in order to stop the inflammatory biological process, NSAIDs put as much strain on your liver as the regular abuse of alcohol. But Peter, I'm in pain, you might say. What do I do? Well, that's a good question, and it's what this video is going to answer in a definitive, safe, and proven way. As it turns out, Mother Nature has provided us with two very powerful, very effective, and very safe ways to combat inflammation. Methods that reduce and even eliminate chronic inflammation, as well as help your body fight against the deadly diseases I mentioned a moment ago. What is this miracle? Well, it's actually a combination of what and of how. Let me explain. First, let's talk about an ancient substance that's been used by most Eastern cultures since time began, and it's one with which you're probably very familiar, believe it or not. If you've ever had an Indian curry or any number of Thai dishes, or even a taco, then you've had this special ingredient known as turmeric. However, simply eating turmeric isn't the answer, because it's what's inside the turmeric that is the true anti-inflammatory weapon, a substance known as curcumin, which is the active ingredient found in turmeric. Doctors now believe that curcumin is the best way to deal with inflammation because it's natural, totally safe, and has no adverse side effects. Independent clinical studies have shown that properly delivered curcumin is a powerful natural anti-inflammatory, helps delay aging and fight age-related chronic diseases, increases the antioxidant capacity of the body, linked to improved brain function and a lower risk of brain diseases, lowers your risk of heart disease, may be useful in preventing and treating Alzheimer's disease, reduces arthritis symptoms, helps in the treatment of chemical depression. In a long-term study published in the U.S. National Library of Medicine, multiple clinical studies have shown that curcumin has a profound effect on human cellular pathway signals associated with diseases I mentioned above, like heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and others. The studies show that curcumin affects all of these pathways and thus has a tremendous positive impact by helping to alleviate, eliminate, and even prevent many diseases caused by chronic inflammation. Sounds great, right? Sounds like you need to run out to your favorite Indian or Thai restaurant and chow down, right? Or maybe go to the drugstore and grab a bottle of this miracle supplement, right? Well, there's a catch. I know, surprise, surprise. You see, like all supplements, it isn't just the stuff you take. It's the way it's delivered to your body that actually ensures the total benefit. And as you're probably not too shocked to hear, not all curcumin is made equal. In fact, most of what's available in stores is nothing less than factory-made junk. However, there is a solution, literally, that makes certain that you get more than enough curcumin into your body. In fact, the solution is so effective, it's been shown to have a 250 greater absorption rate as even the best store-bought curcumin. You see, there's a problem with getting good curcumin into your cells, and it's your stomach. Most conventional supplements dissolve in your stomach acids, and what little is left gets flushed out. However, with a proper delivery system that gets past the acids in your stomach, you get a huge boost of exactly what your body needs to fight chronic inflammation. And what's even more exciting is that this special delivery system is all natural. In fact, it's exactly what your body needs and recognizes as a basic element of health. And it's this powerful curcumin delivery system that I'm about to reveal to you. Yet, who am I? What makes me an authority on curcumin and inflammation and pain relief? Well, as I mentioned a few moments ago, I've been a physical therapist and massage therapist now since 2000 and have consulted with and treated literally thousands of patients suffering from just about every type of pain or injury you can name. The one thing that's common to everyone I work with, though, is that they're in pain. It might be from an auto accident, personal injury, sports injury, or even just chronic back, neck, and joint pain brought on by any number of conditions. Throughout my career, I've seen so many men and women suffer from ongoing pain caused by inflammation. Although I've known about the power of curcumin for a long time now, it wasn't until a little over a year ago that its true value and the truly destructive nature of chronic inflammation hit home in a very personal and very scary way. Like many people in the medical industry, I'm probably a better practitioner than I am a patient. Sometimes, and I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, I don't follow the advice I give my own patients quite as well as I should. Funny, right? It's like going in to see your doctor who's overweight and who smokes, and they have the audacity to tell you to shape up. Well, I wasn't that bad, but I sometimes didn't exercise as much as I should and eat quite as well as I should. I've always and continue to be in good shape, yet I probably dropped the ball on more than one occasion. The best example of that is that for the past few years, I've gotten really bad about taking my daily supplements. Not the end of the world, you might say. Yet it almost was. About a year and a half ago, I started getting ever increasingly painful indigestion, or I thought it was. I'd eat, especially a big meal, and my stomach would hurt. At first, it was just a mild discomfort, but as time went on, it started getting more and more painful. And more frequent. Even if I didn't eat, my belly would feel like it was being twisted into a balloon animal. Finally, my wife Carolyn suggested that I should go see a gastrologist. I resisted at first, simply saying that I was eating too much or was so busy at my clinic that I was stressed out. Thankfully, Carolyn insisted, and I went to see a specialist just to shut her up. I got blood work done and an endoscopy, and the doctor, a woman about my age, sat me down with the results. "Peter, you're nearly 40 now," she said. "You've got to take better care of yourself." "Do I have an ulcer?" I asked, figuring that's what it probably was. My doctor shook her head. "No, I'm not seeing any signs of ulceration, but there are a few areas in your stomach lining and even in your esophagus that I don't like. Do you get acid reflux?" I answered no, just pains in my belly, but not burning pains so much. Well, she said she wanted to refer me to an oncologist friend of hers. That floored me, and I swear I felt the room spinning. Cancer? Could I have cancer? The visit to the oncologist was a real treat, let me tell you. And after taking samples and getting lab work done, I was told, thankfully, that I didn't have cancer. Yet. There are several areas of precancerous cells, the oncologist explained. If we don't do something now, well, what I'm seeing is that you seem to have some inflammation in your upper GI, which explains the pain. I recommend a low acidic diet and reducing as much stress as you can. Let's give it a month and see how things are, and then we can make some more decisions. I was flabbergasted. I just thought I was getting a sore belly, and now I found out that I was on the verge of getting stomach and esophageal cancer? This couldn't be happening. And so far, all I had to go on was eat better and relax. There had to be more I could do. As I was now, in a way, my own patient, I began to look into inflammation more carefully. I dug through medical studies, journals, and read everything from biochemistry to methods for treating inflammation, and I soon discovered something that surprised me. Although I'd heard about curcumin for years, I never really understood something vital. That is, that it's not just how much curcumin you take, whether it's using turmeric in your food or taking supplements. It's how you take it that's really the key. You see, with many supplements, there's a bit of a problem. Your body breaks them down and flushes most of them out before you get the full effect. Your stomach is the biggest barrier. It's full of acid that breaks food down, so that when it enters the small intestine, it can be better absorbed into the body. That's fine when you're trying to break down a hamburger or a salad or something, but what about taking important supplements? The acid in your stomach simply breaks them apart, and only a small percentage actually gets absorbed into the body, and that's assuming that what's getting absorbed is also any good to begin with. Let's face it, most supplements available over the counter are quite honestly factory-made garbage. They're full of chemicals and sugar and aren't worth the money you spend on them. In a 2017 study by ConsumerLab.com, 22 common turmeric and curcumin brands were tested. Of these, only a few actually contained more than 50% of actual curcuminoids, the active curcumin ingredient. Many also failed tests for heavy metals and other contaminants, including insect parts. That began to explain why I wasn't getting very good results for my own curcumin. Then I discovered something incredible, and it totally changed my life and the life of my clients forever. It was a delivery method that allowed me to deliver high-quality curcumin to my body and do so in a way that allowed for a whopping 250% better absorption rate than the top-rated store-bought brand. And what was the result? Well, after taking this new and powerful supplement for 30 days, I scheduled a follow-up visit with my oncologist. We were both shocked at the results. The precancerous cells in my stomach and esophagus had shrunk by over 50%. When I was asked what I'd done differently, I explained about the new form of curcumin that I'd found. My oncologist not only told me to keep taking it, but she was also so impressed that she started taking it herself to help her deal with early arthritis in her knees and elbows. By the time I'd come back for a third consultation, my precancerous cells were completely gone. I also felt better, and I was equally surprised when the doctor told me that her own joint pain had nearly disappeared. I knew then that I had to tell everybody about this amazing new curcumin and how it worked, and the magic that lets it work so well. So what is it already, Peter? What is this magic delivery system, you ask? It's called a liposome. Okay, what the heck is a liposome, you might ask? Well, it's the answer to that question which makes what I'm about to share so powerful and work so well. Because liposomes allow your body to absorb 250% more quality curcumin, and it's what blows every store-bought curcumin product out of the water. You see, liposomes are what's known as a bioavailability factor for curcumin. Curcumin by itself isn't easily absorbed by your body, partly due to the acids in your stomach, but also partly due to the curcumin itself. It needs a little helper, and that's what the liposome does. You can think of liposome as the key to your body's gate. Liposomes are made from a substance called a phospholipid, which is what makes them so powerful. Phospholipids are also the basic material from which every cell in your body is made. And it's this that really gives curcumin-infused liposomes their true healing power. Your body recognizes liposomes as a natural part of itself and are therefore absorbed more efficiently. Additionally, liposomes are water and fat soluble. Further, liposomes aren't easily broken down by your saliva or stomach acids, allowing more curcumin to reach your small intestine, where digestion and absorption into the body occurs. In my intensive research, I discovered quite a few independent clinical studies of liposomes and how they are perfectly suited as a delivery system for vitamins and nutrients. The U.S. National Library of Medicine, National Institutes of Health, the New England Journal of Medicine, and others have conducted and cataloged the effectiveness of liposomes and shown that they allow a 500% greater absorption than pills or powders. This is good news because, as I mentioned already, curcumin by itself has a low bioavailability. In spite of this, however, the incredible effects of curcumin on the human body have been well documented. In fact, in a joint study conducted by scientists from the Cytokine Research Laboratory and the University of Texas Anderson Cancer Research Center discusses how using a liposomal delivery system dramatically increases the absorption rate of curcumin and allows its positive antioxidant and anti-inflammatory power to better benefit your body. Further studies show that while curcumin definitely needs a bioavailability agent such as a liposome, it's both beneficial as well as safe. Studies show that you can safely take large amounts of curcumin every day with no adverse effects at all. The latest science surrounding the true potential and power of curcumin is exciting. Several studies, including an extensive 50-year study on the effects of curcumin on a variety of diseases, clearly demonstrates the power of this very effective substance. I'm sure that before watching this presentation, you already had some idea of how good curcumin was for your body. Yet, I'll bet that like I was a year or so ago, you had no idea just how incredible curcumin truly is. So long as you get high-quality curcumin, combined with a proven bioavailability factor like a liposome. So, where am I going with all this? Here it is. I researched a variety of products, both available in stores and online, and I discovered what I feel is the most effective and affordable curcumin resource out there. It's called Manna, and it's not available in stores. So what makes Manna my favorite? Why did I choose this one over the thousands of other products that use other bioavailability factors? Well, you already know about the shocking reality of the junk Big Pharma is pushing on us. Yet I wanted to be sure, so I did my own independent laboratory research. I commissioned a private lab specializing in testing and evaluating nutritional supplements. I asked them to conduct a comparison between several store-bought curcumin supplements and even turmeric seasonings, as well as the liposomal-based curcumin products I wanted to test. Yes, I know that I already mentioned a study by ConsumerLaboratory.com, but I wanted to be totally sure. After all, if I was going to recommend Manna to my friends, family, and clients and put my professional reputation on the line, I had to be sure. The results were significant and only confirmed what I already knew about the store-bought junk, but it was Manna that really carried the day. Studies confirmed that the liposomal delivery system was indeed 250% more effective and gave the product an overall rating of nearly 100%. Combine this with my own incredible experience, I was on my way to getting deadly cancer before taking Manna, and you can see why I feel totally comfortable endorsing this product for my clients, and for you too. Why am I doing this? Why am I spending my personal time and money to produce this video presentation? It's because I care. I got into physical therapy in the first place because I wanted to help people. Help them overcome their pain and help them regain a normal life after an injury or to overcome a disability. Maybe that's corny, but I really feel very strongly about this. When I discovered just how truly destructive chronic inflammation was, when I realized that it was literally killing me and I didn't even know it was happening, and then when I discovered the hidden power of liposomal curcumin, well, I knew I had to share this awesome news with folks just like you. Our bodies are like complicated machines. They sometimes get worn out, yet if we keep them fed with the right fuel and well-oiled with a powerful antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antimicrobial, and a lot of other antis, not the least of which is anti-aging, and who doesn't love that? Well, we're keeping our machinery in tip-top condition, and it's so easy and so affordable, you simply can't afford not to give yourself what you need. So that's why I've worked out an amazing deal with the folks at Manna. I feel strongly about their product. And I now believe that I have an obligation to folks just like you to offer you the opportunity to grab this incredible supplement and make it as easy and affordable as possible. And before we talk dollar signs and how Manna is shipped right to your front door for free, I should pause for a quick moment and tell you exactly what Manna isn't. Let me begin by stating that Manna is not a powder or a pill. It's not 20% curcumin made in some foreign factory. Manna is not 80% useless and even dangerous fillers. No, Manna is a delicious liquid that you can enjoy by itself or by mixing into a glass of water, juice, or a smoothie if you'd like. No bitter medicine here, but a yummy compound that even your kids will want to take every day. But don't take my word for it. Here's just a few words from other folks who have and continue to take Manna every single day.
Inflammation is annoying. It doesn't just cause pain, it also affects our health. So look, it's going to affect heart disease, arthritis, diabetes. I mean, the list truly goes on. What Manna's done is when you have inflammation and pain and all these annoying things, you're taking this to impact your health for the long term, not just for the short term, not just to get inflammation away now. It's really for your long-term goals and our long-term health benefits. This is exactly what I'm using. I suggest you do the same. Thank you.
So I've been taking Manna liposomal curcumin for about 2 weeks now, and boy, do I ever notice a difference already. I've been able to carry my groceries without pain. I've been able to take my dogs for walks without feeling terrible afterwards. And it's really easy to take. It's difficult for me to take vitamins that are large, and this is so simple, you just drink it down. It kind of tastes like those orange popsicles I used to love when I was a kid. I'd recommend this to anyone who has fatigue, arthritis, joint pain, depression, or anxiety. It's wonderful.
Forget about my dramatic experience in using Manna curcumin to eradicate my precancer cells. Forget about my oncologist's experience with dramatically reducing her arthritis. Don't even think about how hundreds of my personal clients can't stop thanking me for introducing them to Manna. There are still plenty of reasons for you to try Manna for yourself. Reasons like the fact that Manna is 250% more absorbable than common store-bought curcumin products clinically tested by consumer labs. And the fact that what little curcumin is actually in these products is incomplete and made from unhealthy sources. Reasons like how NSAIDs such as aspirin, Aleve, and Advil have proven to be harmful methods for trying to deal with chronic inflammation, and how they're putting a tremendous and dangerous strain on your liver. There are several more reasons why Manna is right for you. For example, Manna is manufactured right here in the USA and made from complete natural curcumin sources. I don't know about you, but after all that's happened in 2020, I'm far more comfortable knowing that something I'm taking for my very health is being created right here in the US. Here are just some of the benefits you'll enjoy with Manna curcumin. Dramatically reduces inflammation. Fights free radicals as a proven and powerful antioxidant. Slows down the aging process. A natural way to eliminate pain. Promotes better heart health. Gives your immune system a huge boost. Here's a little something to consider. A single serving of Manna, which is all you need each day, costs about $1.30 and delivers over 250% more curcumin than even the best products sold in stores or on Amazon. That means that in order to even come close to what Manna gives you, you'd have to spend over $100 per month, and you still wouldn't be getting the same absorption rate as liposomal curcumin. So that means for only $40 per month, you receive 2.5 times as much curcumin as the leading store-bought varieties. And it's pure, complete curcumin delivered to your body by liposomes, which are readily absorbed into your tissues and have been proven to deliver a power punch of tremendous health benefits. Speaking of delivery, Manna is delivered right to your front door for free on orders over $50 and give an extra discount on their monthly subscribe and save option. It couldn't be easier. And here's one more reason why I'm putting my 2 decades of professional credibility on the line to endorse Manna. These guys absolutely guarantee that you'll love their product. And I mean that they're so confident Manna is right for you that they offer an ironclad 100% money-back guarantee. That's right. You can try Manna right now with absolutely no risk to you. Simply purchase a bottle and try it for up to 30 days with no risk. That means that if you don't love the taste, if you don't begin to feel better within the first week, then you contact Manna and request a 100% money-back refund with no hassles and no questions asked. Now come on, who does that? Who lets you consume an entire month's worth of product and then gives you a 100% refund if you're not completely satisfied, without even asking for the empty bottle back? A company that's supremely confident in its claims. That's who. So don't wait any longer. Manna really works, and the demand is growing fast. They're already having to work overtime to keep up with the demand. So I urge you to get a bottle for yourself right now at this exclusive discounted price. Click the button below, and you'll be taken to our discounted Manna checkout page, which looks like this. Simply fill in your payment information at their secure site, and within minutes of your order being processed, your Manna will be shipped straight to your home. Just think, in only a few days, you can start waging war on your chronic inflammation, recurring pain, joint discomfort, and more. You now have a game-changing weapon in the war against inflammation, free radicals, and other diseases that are constantly trying to break down your body's defenses and invade your system. In just a matter of weeks, you'll be singing the praises of Manna, just like me, and these folks too.
I am just taking a moment to share this product with you. It's liposomal curcumin by Manna. I love them. It's all natural, it's vegan, it's cruelty-free, soy-free as well, and it just works. I've been taking it for 3 months, and I felt results instantly. I take it for my knees. I've had jobs that have required extended amount of standing, and it has caught up to me. So I found this stuff, been taking it, I love it, it works. I take a teaspoon a day, I mix it in with some juice sometimes, cheers, and it's been working. I highly recommend it, and if you're feeling reluctant, they do have a 60-day money-back guarantee. That's how confident this company is in their product. Their customer service is great and so easy to work with. I recommend them, and I think you should give them a try because this stuff, it works.
I've been taking Manna liposomal curcumin for about 2 months now, and it definitely helped reduce the inflammation in my body. My back feels 5 times better, and the pain is gone. So if you're anything like me and you suffer from body pain, always feeling tired, depression, or anxiety, this is the solution you're looking for. Manna liposomal curcumin worked for me, and it'll work for you too. I highly recommend it.
And all it takes is simply clicking the button right now. It's up to you. Keep throwing your money away on store-bought junk. Sorry to be so graphic, but I mean that literally. Or try Manna right now, absolutely risk-free, and see the difference for yourself. Is reduced pain and better health for you and your family worth taking a few short moments to get a powerful, all-natural, and clinically tested curcumin complex that delivers scientifically proven health benefits like boosts immunity, reduces inflammation, naturally and safely eases pain with no strain on your liver, reduce your risk of chronic disease, lower your risk of heart disease, destroy deadly free radicals, ease arthritis and other joint pain, lower your risk of cancer, slows down the aging process? Or will you just keep doing the same old thing, buying inferior products and making Big Pharma richer while you get poorer and remain in constant pain and get sicker? I know what I'd do, and what I did. Click the button now and try Manna absolutely free for 30 days. It's so easy, and the results are amazing. I can't wait to hear from you about how Manna has improved the health of you and your family. Good luck and enjoy. Peter Tower. Still here? Still not sure if Manna is right for you? Well, let me share a few of the most commonly asked questions about manna in order to help you make up your mind. Question: is manna made in China? Answer: absolutely not. Manna is made right here in the USA from all natural, complete curcumin sources. Question: how much does manna cost? Answer: about $1.30 per serving, or $40 for an entire month's supply. Just 1 teaspoon delivers the same quantity of curcumin as 2.5 individual servings of leading store brands, and with far higher quality curcumin. Question: how does manna taste? Answer: it is actually delicious. You can take your teaspoon straight as a tasty dose or mix it into water or your favorite beverage. Make the best decision for your health. Try manna today and feel the difference. Click the link now and have your order shipped directly to your home.